Welcome to all you Pisceans, and for some of you, happy birthday! Happy birthday for some of you Pisceans out there who have their birthday during March. Now, what a month this is. Let's get started because there's a lot happening and I want to do these videos short, but it's never really working out this way. Now, there is such an emphasis on you, and that's good, isn't it? You know, so many planets. I think at a certain moment, around the second or the third week of March, there is like 5 planets in your sign. So the Sun and Mercury, you're going to be able to express what you want to say. Venus, you're going to feel very much satisfied with how you are and not really needing anyone else in your life, and people will come to you. And also Chiron, of course, and Neptune. Now, what it means for March is the following. It's like March is one of the most important months for Pisceans during 2016. The same with September, because there is eclipses in your sign, and the eclipses. I'm going to put a link here below for explaining what the Saros family means when it comes to eclipses. So if you think that is Latin, what you're telling here, you can find out more in that video. But I always like to look at the Saros family of eclipses, where this eclipse belongs to. And this is the Saros 18 South family. And this is an extremely transformative family of eclipses. So is this one. Because the South Node is involved as well. I'll talk about that in a minute. So this eclipse is about endings, but is about new situations coming in and with more positive new outcomes. So, but again, this is a lot about transformation. It's about like dying and getting reborn again. The lunar eclipse, which I'm not going to talk about that long, is on the 23rd in your 8th house, again in the house of transformation. So this is a double whammy here. A triple whammy here is because you've got that solar eclipse, which is the Sun and the Moon together around 19 degrees of Pisces. So if you've got planets around that amount of degree, you will feel it even more. So that new moon is conjunct Chiron, is conjunct the South Node, is conjunct Saros, which is an asteroid about nurturing and about what else? It rules family relationships as well. So this is a huge emphasis on letting go. So there's a theme for the whole month for everyone, which is letting go and which is maturing. That's the Mars Saturn. But for you Pisceans, it's a lot about the South Node is also in your sign. So that means maybe not now specifically in March, but at a specific time that the South Node is approaching your Sun sign, for instance, or your ascendant, it means that parts of you are not it's like debt you are carrying with you. So you need to get rid of that. And when it's your moon in Pisces, for instance, it can be a new home that you're going to move, or a new family situation. So a lot of Pisceans, when the South Node is in your sign, it's about letting go. In Vedic astrology, the South Node is seen as very spiritual. It's seen as very spiritual and the North Node is seen as very hungry and very. But of course, in Western astrology, the North Node is about growth. So this is fantastic, you know. I think it's both a good thing, because as you want to grow, first you need to let go of a lot of luggage there and you know, suitcases that are a bit too heavy at the moment. So I think a lot of release still in March going on for you Pisceans, not only March, but specifically with this new moon and specifically with Chiron there and Saros. So Saros is about nurturing. So anything that is not nurturing you anymore, specifically also when it comes to, because it's relationships with family, it's relationship with yourself as well. So there are parts of you that are no longer suiting you. And I think Pisces in general are signs that understand that, you know, we have to let go of every day of something. And But some Pisces do have a lot of planets like in Aquarius, which is a fixed sign, and it's not always easy to do so. But anyways, that's more of an individual chart that has to be looked at. Now, so a lot of letting go and a lot of pain as well. That is going. You know, that's the Chiron there with the new moon. A lot of unprocessed pains, or just you know, are just released very gently, you could say, almost. For some very gently, for others maybe a bit more painfully. But the good thing about this is that when there's a lot going away, there is more space for new things and new situations. What this eclipse is all about. Now, and where is the new space? Where does it go? And how to fill this in? Well, you have emphasizes on each key area of your life, like the 10th house, which is your work, the 7th house, which is your important relationships, your business relationships, your clients, your love relationship, even a mentor maybe. So all these areas of your life, it can mean that you're letting go something that has to do with one of these areas, even home as well, because you have a T-square now going on, and so the point where you could say nothing is going on is Gemini, which is your 4th house, but which is often the focus could be beyond that as well. Now, the North Node and Jupiter is beautifully trining Pluto again for the whole month, and that was the same in October. And this is very positive. So Jupiter and the North Node in your 7th shows that although you're a lot, you know, going away from the old you, the best thing that you could do, and of course you do your own thing, but the best way is to reach out to other people. Reaching out to other people, and the people that do nurture you, remember with the Saros there, that little asteroid there, that is about nurturing, opposes the Jupiter. So you're really seeing who is important in your life, who can nurture you. And about nurturing, I mean on an emotional level, on a psychological level. People who are encouraging you, who are supporting you. Because that's Jupiter and the North Node in the 7th house. Maybe you're going to travel a bit more in March. Could be the case as well, because Jupiter and the North Node are both significators of foreign, of traveling, of exploring, of being adventurous, of doing things in a different way. It's related to another very social house, which is the 11th house, where Pluto is. So deep connections, profound connections with people who are maybe like-minded, who you work with, or who in some sort of association. Also profound, deep, new aspirations that are really coming up here. So that is all good news. There's a lot of, if you reach out to other people, you will get that support. But you need to do that yourself, because the North Node is in the 7th. So where the North Node is, we need to reach out to, because otherwise nothing's going to happen. And the last but not least is that Mars and Saturn in your 10th house. This is interesting because Mars enters Sagittarius in March, but we know already it's not going to stay there and then pass to the next sign. No, we know it's going to stay there for a month or 2 or 3. And then it's going back into your 10th house. So what this shows is that it's a good time for you to initiate things. It's a good time to initiate new projects when it comes to work. And you will put a lot of effort there with Mars. And the highest, you could say the best thing of Mars conjunct Saturn is mastered energy, is mastered, is mature and mastered actions. So it's like on a negative way. On a negative way, it could be like you really need to count to 10 because someone is triggering you. It could be a boss, which is a 10th house. It could be your mom, which is a 10th house. It could be even authorities, you know, government or some kind of authority figure that is really triggering you. Now, you cannot run away from this, you know, it's the Saturn there, responsibility. You need to take your responsibility. You cannot run away and just put your head into the sand. No, you need to deal with this. Whether it is work, whether it is your mom, whether it is authorities, you need to address this. And how? Well, in a persistent way and in a very integrity. Whenever I see Mars and Saturn together, it's all about integrity. It's all about taking your responsibility, be clever, be smart, be strategic and all of that. But for most of you, I think it will have to do with work, that you launch something new or you want to do something new, which will be a bit slow. That's Saturn, you know, Mars is like wanting to go forwards and Saturn saying, no, are you sure? And it's putting all that pressure on you. But it's best to do it that way with little steps. And you will, in the upcoming months, you will come back towards what you're initiating now, which is a good thing because it means that you will adjust. It's in a mutable sign, so you will make some adjustments. And ultimately, you will find that Saturn is about commitment, so you will find that you feel much more committed to what you're doing now. So what a month for you Pisceans. Extremely interesting, extremely it's like balancing between, because Jupiter and Saturn are making a square as well. So this means slow growth, slowly but surely. So in every area of your life you're growing. It's slowly, but it's surely. It's very it's transformative. You will need a whole year to do this. So 2016 for Pisceans is a life-changing year, no doubt. Having said that, I wish you all the best with this month. I wish you a lot of faith in yourself, but also a lot of hard work on and taking your responsibility, basically. That's Neptune and Saturn there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and see you next month. Bye-bye.